Hello children, it's time for our literacy lesson and we're going to carry on with Mrs. Mole, I'm home. So have a look, let's move herself down a little bit. Have a look here at the picture. Have a look at the speech bubble. That's what the bubble of speech, what Morris is saying. There he is, he's popped up somewhere. And you know these speech bubbles because you did some super comic strips of Mrs. Mole I'm Home, and you used speech bubbles to tell the story. Mrs. Mole, I'm home. Have a look at that. Have a look at the punctuation. Remember, a punctuation is our capital letters, our full stops. Have a look at this punctuation mark. What's that called? Does anybody remember? It's called an exclamation mark. Because look at what Morris is doing and saying. He's saying, Mrs. Mole, I'm home. He's exclaiming, he's shouting it out to Mrs. Mole that he's home. But the punctuation mark we're going to work on today is this little mark here between the I and the M. And this little mark, does anybody know what that's called? We've talked about it in class, but it was a long time ago. I'm going to tell you. It's called an apostrophe. Looks like a little mark just between the two letters, the I and the M. So have a look at the sentence. Mrs. Mole, I'm home. And this apostrophe replaces a missing letter. What letter is missing in this sentence? What letter goes here? And then we can separate it into two words. I've given you a clue. Mrs. Mole, I am home. So what letter is the apostrophe replacing? What's the missing letter there? That's right, it's the A. So the two words I am, we can bring together into I'm. But we have to remember to put the punctuation mark, the apostrophe, to replace the missing letter. So what do we call that punctuation mark again that replaces the missing letter? It's called an apostrophe. All of you say it. 1, 2, 3. Apostrophe. It's quite a long word. So let's have a look. Miss Tate will move herself down here. Here, Morris Mole has popped up at the penguin home. And if you remember in the story, here's what little baby penguin said. It's always cold. It's Antarctica, said baby penguin. And here I've written it out on the slide here. It's always cold. It's Antarctica. So what's the missing letter there and there? It's the same letter. What letter is missing? The I. It is always cold. It is Antarctica. We can separate the it's into two words. It is. But when we bring them together and turn it is into it's, we have to put the apostrophe because we get rid of the letter I in the is. So an apostrophe, say it after me again, 1, 2, 3. Apostrophe replaces a missing letter. Let's practice a little bit more. I'm going to put myself in the bunny burrow. So you remember Morris popped up in the bunny's burrow and Mrs. Bunny said, I'm not your wife, said Mrs. Bunny. What letter is the apostrophe replacing? What's the missing letter there? I'm. If we separate that one word, I'm, into two words, what would it be? I am. So the missing letter is I am. You're not our daddy. What letter is missing there? You're not our daddy. If we split the word your into U and what letter's missing? We split it into U and R. You are not R, Daddy. What letter's missing? The A, the A. So the apostrophe replaces the missing A. Now let's have a look. Miss Tate's going to have to whiz herself right down here, I think. Oh, let's go back. Sorry, children. Using. How do we use the apostrophe? Mrs. Mole, I'm home. We've made the two words, I and am, into one word, I'm. So what letter is missing in the word I'm? I and am come together, and we can turn it into I'm, and the missing letter is the A. I am is the same as I'm. I am at school. I'm at school. Here are some more. It's cold outside today. It's cold outside today. It's is the same as the two words it is. So the apostrophe replaces the missing letter I in the word is. It is. He shouldn't have gone to the park on his own. He shouldn't have gone to the park on his own. Shouldn't, we can put into two words. Should not. He should not. So what letter is the apostrophe replacing there? What's the missing letter? Have a look at these two words. Should and not. Yes, it's the O in shouldn't. Should not. The O is the missing letter. Right, now it's your turn. So what you need to do, pause the video now and get yourself a pencil and a piece of paper. Off you go. Right, you're back. So it's over to you. You've got to work out what's the missing letter here. Couldn't. What's the missing letter? If we separated that into two words, couldn't. Which two words could we make? What's the missing letter? Pause the video now and just write the missing letter. Right, let's see if you got it right. It's the O that's missing. Couldn't, when we separate it into two words, could not. I couldn't go to your party. I could not go to your party. Could not. And the O is the missing letter. Try this one. You need to pause the video. Here's the word haven't. What's the missing letter? Haven't. Pause the video and write down the missing letter. I think you probably got this one right. It's O is the missing letter. Haven't is the same as have not. I haven't got any sweets. I have not got any sweets. And the apostrophe replaces the letter O. And often when we're talking, children, we make two words into one. We say haven't a lot. We don't often say have not. I haven't got any sweets. I have not got any sweets. So when we're talking, we often crush two words together into one and we use the one word, haven't. Let's try this one. Now here, there's two letters missing. There's two letters missing. You'll. What two letters do you think need to go in there? You need to work out what could we separate that one word into two words, and then what are the missing letters? Pause the video now and have a think and write down the two missing letters. You're back. Let's see if anyone got that one right. That was a tricky one. You'll is you will. you'll, you will. The two words you and will. So the missing letters are W and I. W, I, will, you will. Let's try another one. Again, there's two missing letters. She'll be happy. She'll come to my house. We split it into two words. She and which are the two missing letters? Write them down on your piece of paper now. Pause the video. Right, you're back. She'll come to my house. We can make two words and the missing letter is, or two missing letters, the W and the I. She will come to my house. She'll come to my house. It's the W and the I, the W and the I again. So the apostrophe is replacing two letters there. Here's another one. Now there's two missing letters. So here's the word. They'll have a nice time. They'll have a nice time. We can split it into two words. They and what are the two missing letters? Pause the video and see if you can write those down. You're back. They'll have a nice time. You can split it into two words. The two missing letters are W-I, W and I again. They will have a nice time. The W and the I are missing. So we can join together they and will into they'll. We have to get rid of the W and the I, and we have to remember to use the apostrophe. Right, so what we're going to do now, have a look at this worksheet. So what you're going to do, it's attached to the email that Miss Tate sent your mummies and daddies. You're going to complete this worksheet. So let's just look at it together so we all make sure we know what we're doing. I want you to match the sentences with the correct ones in the bottom box. Match the sentences in the top box with the correct ones in the bottom box. So here's the first one. I've done it for you. I'm home. And if I look at the sentences in the bottom box, it matches with I am home. So look at that again. I'm home. So what's the missing letter? The A. It turns into I am home. So I've put a number one there and a number one there because they match. So you'll have to now look at I'll come home. What are the missing letters there? I'll come home. Which two words can we make with I'll? Let's have a look at the bottom sheet. You seen it yet? That's right. I will come home. So we can write a number 2 in that box and a number 2 in that box, and then they match up. So you're going to do that worksheet, and then when you've done that, I want you to look at the sentences that Miss Tate has written for you, and all these sentences have got an apostrophe in, and I want you to write out the words, the two words. So I'm on my way home. I am on my way home. Let's see if we can do number 2 together. He's on his way home. Now after 3, see if you can all tell me which two words we can make from he's. He's on his way home. 1, 2, 3. He is on his way home, because the missing letter there is the I. He is. So you need to write out these sentences, making the one word into two words. So you have to work out the missing letters. And when you've done that, I want you to see if you can write 2 more sentences of your own. But you've got these worksheets, so have a go at those now and see if you can learn all about and remember how we use an apostrophe. Well done. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.